Taronic here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, as well as broadcaster of astrology. First, I'd like to thank you for being here with me today, lending me your ears, your eyes, and your time. I know it is valuable. Therefore, I will be sharing valuable information with you that will help you to navigate the week's upcoming challenges, take advantage of the opportunities and assistance aspecting you, and even be able to look forward to the blessings. Now, remember, this is a weekly update, so I implore you to watch your sun, moon, and rising sign video, as it paints a clearer picture of what you'll actually be dealing with for the week. Now, for the month of September, Mental Chatter Musings. Should you need your natal chart analyzed or a tarot reading, don't hesitate to message me on Facebook Messenger, or you can email me at mentalchattermusings@gmail.com. Now, speaking of Mental Chatter Musings, we are actually spotlighting the indie and traditional world by delving into the creative mastery of two prolific authors, one being Monica Walters, the other Stephanie M. Freeman. I implore you to dive into the audio, ebook, or paperback versions of their novels, and check out the newsletter for specifics and sneak peeks for Blindsided by Love by Monica Walters and Season of the Blood by Stephanie M. Freeman. This month, Mental Chatter Musings Harvest includes not only books from these authors, but also a little something for your young entrepreneur. The shortest boss in the room will be gifted to a few lucky parents. And for those of you who have left an Amazon review for Deadliest Intuition, you have automatically been entered into the raffle to receive one of 3 cash gift cards that will be given away in the month of September. Now, don't forget to register for the virtual LCA 21 conference. The link can be found in September's newsletter, or even if you click the down bar here on YouTube, the link for the newsletter is here, and you can dive in. The LCA virtual conference link is in there. You guys have to register to be able to see the authors' interviews and things like that. So make sure that you do that. Please don't forget to vote also in the LCA 21 awards. The post can be found on my literary page, E-Ray Taronic, on Facebook, or within the newsletter. Deadliest Intuition has been nominated for Best Plot Twist, and I am extremely honored and humbled to be nominated. Thank you to all of you who have shown me support and believe in me. And I love you guys. Thank you so much. Now, please continue to check out Freestyle Friday with the Facebook group, I See You Reading and Chatting. Authors will be giving you their impromptu freestyles according to a subject of the ladies' choosing. If you'd like a chance to participate in Freestyle Friday, please contact Ebony Evans, the president of I See You Reading and Chatting Book Club. Now, let's get into our astrology for the week. Cancer, sun, moon, or rising sign people. Not only is this week the week of the new moon in Virgo, which illuminates opportunities and assistance, but Mars in our sector of work, health, daily routines, and where we are of service to others, trines Pluto in our sector of career and mastery this week. So a blessing of rebirth is happening in some way, and it has to do with who you are or what you do in the world, okay? How you look in the world. Now, if you have any placements within 3 degrees, more or less, than the degree that I mentioned, these energies will affect you more strongly, okay? On Sunday, September the 5th, the sun is in Virgo at 13 degrees. This is your sector of communication, siblings, your networks of people, neighbors, community, things like that, short distance travel. The moon in Leo opposes Jupiter in Aquarius and sextiles Venus in Libra. Here's a chance to have good times with friends and social groups. You might want to take a break. You know, your ambition could be lacking anyway. You know, if you've been steadily working, be careful during your daily routines, especially if you're tackling mundane tasks, because repetition can cause you to do things on autopilot, and you need to pay attention so you don't injure yourself, because accidents can happen. For you, this would be during travel. Or it could have to do with a sibling. It could have to do with a neighbor or someone within your networks of people. I would say they would be clashing with you maybe even behind the scenes. Maybe you driving to work, or maybe you going somewhere to be of service to others. You just need to pay attention because you don't want to have an accident or anything like that. Okay, God forbid. Now, on Monday the 6th, the sun is in Virgo at 14 degrees. It's helping, but it's this degree talks about helping. This Virgo at 14 degree. Helping is great for the sake of helping, but not just to get rewards or recognition, not just to get kudos for what you stand to gain. If so, you might not even get it this time around. Okay. Not on Monday. While the sun is in Virgo, your sector of communication, siblings, your networks of people, neighbors, community, it conjuncts the moon, and it trines Uranus in Taurus. Okay, so the sun is conjunct the moon, and it's trining Uranus in Taurus. It's trining, bringing a blessing, a shocking blessing from your friends, a goal being accomplished, or through social groups. Okay, blessings of worth can be granted through work, through your health, even during your daily routines. You got to go here, go there, and there, boom, a blessing is shown to you. Okay, now, for some, it could have to do with a pet, but either way, it's a blessing nonetheless, especially for those of you who have placements in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Okay, a relationship is really bringing in or communicating a blessing to you. If you have any aspects in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn between 11 and 17 degrees, or between 21 and 27 degrees, you're aspected to see this blessing. Cancer and Scorpio placements, which for you would be romance, creative endeavors, and children, showing you some type of blessing as far as how you look or how you're seen. Those placements bring you opportunities or assistance. Okay. The romance, creative endeavors, or children, they bring you opportunities or assistance, or you might be assisting a romantic partner or someone in a creative endeavor or a child on that day. Now, also on Monday, September the 6th, the new moon is in Virgo. Okay, so this is going to be a 2-week energy aspect starting on Monday. It's in Virgo at 14 degrees. Don't be surprised if someone lends you a helping hand under this lunation. If it is you that assists, be mindful that you might not get the thanks you're hoping for, but don't underestimate the power of kindness. A romance could spark at work, even during your daily routines. So you might want to make sure both parties aren't spoken for. Now, for you, this new moon is right in your sector of community. So this could be someone at your job, or someone that you ride to work with, someone you see on the way to work. It has to do with work and you being of service to others in your community, maybe even your neighbors. Maybe it's somebody up at the corner store. It could be anything, any aspect could be there for you to, during this new moon, have assistance and opportunities. To go out on dates, chances to go out on dates, maybe even for your sibling to babysit so you can have fun with a romantic partner, something like that. You delving into creative endeavors with people in your networks of people and it working out for you guys. Okay, you have those assistants coming your way, those opportunities being communicated to you. Okay, romance with someone. Now, you also have blessings coming. The blessings that are going to come to you under this new moon are going to have to do with your friends and your social groups, and those will shock you. Goals being communicated to you through them and being accomplished. Okay, neighbors, goals you're trying to accomplish with neighbors. Your relationships are just going to be communicating blessings to you, Now, the only friction you might see during this new moon as far as communicating with siblings, your neighbors, and things like that, your networks of people, or even traveling short distances, are going to have to do with work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. So you could have to be of service to someone in health, and it could be a burden on you. You could hear some bad news about someone's health. It could possibly be a Sagittarius person, because that's the area of Sagittarius, someone arising. You could also, this would be something that has something to do with behind the scenes. You might not get the closure you need between you and that person, or you and a sibling, or you and a neighbor, or some secrets are there. If you are traveling, make sure you have your ID on you and things like that. Make sure you're driving the speed limit because you don't want to get in any kind of trouble. That's definitely aspecting you. So, I mean, that's the friction you could see. You know, secret sacrifice and solitude is clashing with communication that's going to come in, whether it comes in through a sibling or someone within your networks of people or neighborhoods, okay, for the next couple weeks. Now, on to Tuesday. Tuesday, on the 7th, the sun in Virgo is at 15 degrees. Where have you been working and waiting for your plants to bear fruit? Your hard work can be realized or celebrated on Tuesday. For some, patience pays off. Try not to be too self-indulging while enjoying your bounty. This is a beautiful day for things to pay off under the energies of the new moon. Okay, there are a plethora of trines going on Tuesday. The sun, moon, and Mars is trining Uranus and Taurus, and Pluto and Capricorn. So, you know, your relationships are assisting you in transforming, and your relationships are transforming. Okay, the energy from Monday is carrying over and even sweetening the blessings. Remember that some blessings do come with some sort of restrictions or responsibilities. So please keep an eye out for the catch 22. Okay, now on Wednesday, the 8th, the sun is in Virgo at 16 degrees. In your sector of work, health, daily routines where you are of service to others. Teamwork makes the dream work on this day. With the moon in Libra, trining Saturn and Aquarius, friends and partnerships bring blessings that strengthen your foundations, and sometimes through diligent work. Either way, goals can be accomplished through partnerships in home and family. And with the moon in Libra, bringing trining, the stability you have in your shared finances. It's bringing you and strengthening the stability you have with your passions. Endings are happening and new beginnings are bringing you, it could be quite possibly, stability in shared finances on Wednesday. Now, any placements between 4 and 10 degrees Gemini, Taurus, or Libra, you can see blessings to home and family behind the scenes and shared finances, and these endings and new beginnings. With Venus in the mix, money could definitely be gained, and it goes up to 12 degrees, adding romance, pleasure, and finances in the mix. So that extends the blessing out to about 15 degrees. So I'd say from 4 to 15 degrees of Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, you're looking really good to see some sort of blessing to home and family. On Thursday, the 9th, the sun is in Virgo at 17 degrees. Not everyone is going to understand why you do what you do, and it's not their charge to do so. On Thursday, it's a day of being generous or even compromising as to another's needs. For some, there's a helping hand that might be offered to you against all odds or regardless of what other people want for you. And it will have to do likely with with siblings, short distance travel, your networks of people, neighbors, and things of that nature. On Friday, the 10th, the sun is in Virgo at 18 degrees. Or it could have to do with neighborhoods as well. Now, on Friday, the 10th, the sun is in Virgo at 18 degrees. That's a day your sector of work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others, something is served up straight with no chaser. And it's coming by way of someone within your networks of people or a sibling. It might happen during short distance travel while you're on your way to work. It could have to do with somebody telling you some harsh news about health. Somebody, basically, you're getting some type of news. There's some communication coming in. Honesty is the best policy. So let's hope whatever someone has to say, it boosts your confidence instead of destroying it, or in the same respect, if you have something to say, hopefully you're helping someone and not destroying them. Now, with the moon in Scorpio, your sector of romance, creative endeavors, and children, it's squaring Saturn, where your shared finances are, where your passions are, where endings, death, and rebirth is. It's squaring shared finances. Jupiter is there, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. But still, within those shared finances, sex, intimacy, death, and rebirth, and even your passions, some harsh realities are being faced, okay? It could have to do with goals you're trying to accomplish with friends, some social groups. Things can test you in more ways than one on Friday. I will say that. For some, it could have to do with the health of another. Okay, just try to think to yourself, where can you be of assistance? Okay. Also on the 10th, Scorpio moves into, or Venus moves into your sector of Scorpio at 0 degrees. Remember, this is about romance, finances, and pleasure coming to your sector of creativity and children and romance and play, affection, things like that. This transit awards blessings for the next 30 days, starting on the 10th, to that area. Okay. And the blessings are coming in through what you think and what you preach. They're coming in through things you've submitted in writing behind this, directly to you, things you've put into play. It's bringing you blessings through long distance travel with children, with a romantic partner. Okay, so you're going to have, it's going to be really good for you. You know, even if you're traveling long distances with kids or a romantic partner, it's going to be, you're going to have a good time. Okay, you have that aspect in you for the next 30 days, starting on September the 10th. Okay, starting on Friday. Now, you also have, I would say, assistance and opportunities for the next 30 days, starting on the 10th, coming to romance, creative endeavors, and children. And it's going to be through the relationships you harbor with them. Okay. The relationships you harbor in creativity, Lord have mercy. The relationships you harbor in creativity, the relationships you harbor with your children, the relationships you harbor with romantic partners. You're going to have opportunities to go out with them and have fun. You're going to have opportunities to communicate with people in your networks of people and forge creative relationships with them. You're going to have opportunities to go out with a sibling. Maybe even a sibling assists you by babysitting for you, and you get to go out with a romantic partner. All those things are aspecting you to come in when Venus is in that sector. Now, also with Venus being in that sector, the friction that you can see will have to do with shared finances. But remember, with Venus there and Jupiter in the area of shared finances, I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you do anything, it's just going to be overspending. Other than that, you're going to have some type of shared finances coming in through creative endeavors with a romantic partner or because of children. Okay, you're going to see some type of money or resources coming in. Even if your personal money comes in a little delayed, it's still going to be coming in. Okay, you have that aspect in you, so that's wonderful for the next 30 days because of Scorpio garnering the energies of Venus. Now on Saturday the 11th, the sun is in Virgo at 19 degrees. Remember, you have the right to do things your own way when you're walking your own path. This is Virgo at 19 degrees. So if you have any placements between 16 and 21 degrees, this will aspect you more heavily. Of course, there will always be those who are envious of you, or maybe even the way you handle things with fortitude and gusto. That doesn't mean you have to take up arms just because someone else does or because they're being a hater. Okay. On the other hand, you might find that you have to be a mediator between your sibling and someone else, between some neighbors, between someone in your networks of people. If this is not someone doing that with you, or you just having to just calm things down with a sibling or their attitude or something, you never know what it could be. You don't want to get into a conflict with them, but you want to make sure that you do things your own way because you're forging your own path. You're living your own life. On that day, also on Saturday, there's a direct line of assistance in your sector of work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. Okay. And that's, that direct line of assistance coming from Virgo for you, that has to do with communication, siblings, short distance travel, your networks of people. Okay. Shared finances, sex, intimacy, death, rebirth, your passions, all of those right around 19 degrees. There's some type of assistance or opportunity there. Okay, so those with placements even in Scorpio or Virgo between 16 and 22 degrees, this applies to you strongly. This applies to your romance, creative endeavors, and children. It applies to your communication with siblings, short distance travel. It applies to your networks of people, your neighbors, your community. All right, justice can prevail for you in those aspects and in those within those avenues. You can have good times. And with they're trying between romance, creative endeavors, and children, and long distance travel, what you think and preach, what you've submitted and what you've put out there with your talents and intuition, you can receive a blessing. It could be a real boon to you. Even things that you've done and submitted, you can bring blessings to yourself, to your family. They could be communicated to you or a lover, or communicated to you about a creative endeavor. God bless you, and stay tuned for the tarot portion of your reading. Bye now. Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign people. Welcome to the tarot portion of your reading this week. Now, your entire week is permeated by the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant card usually either talks about a mother figure or a business organization, which is very important for you this week. Now, let's talk about the cards. First of all, the first card that jumped out at me was the World card. Your world is changing. Not only your world, but you in a lover's world is changing, because you have the Lover's card aspecting. So this is either a partnership or a love relationship that's changing because of the hard work that you've put in. And this is hard work. This is something that's been a weight on your shoulders, something that you felt has been a burden, that's been maybe even backbreaking, or let's see, it's just something that's maybe even taken a toll on you. Okay, you may need time to work a few things through and let the dust settle before you achieve your goals with a partner. But it looks like things are happening. Things are culminating, or not culminating, but coming about, new opportunities. You know, the new moon is this week in your sector of communication, siblings, short distance travel, your networks of people and things like that, neighborhoods. So you're getting some type of new opportunities and assistance coming in. Remain balanced. And I know you've already been remaining balanced. You've already been keeping yourself balanced and keeping hope as to your goals coming to fruition. You've submitted yourself at the top of a hill and said, I want this. I want my happy family. I'm going to keep up hope. And that's coming in for you. More information and more opportunities are coming in as to that. I understand you may be at a stalemate or at some type of indecision, waiting for money to come in, or looking at your investments, trying to figure out what to do with them, or wondering maybe when they're going to come in through this business, or maybe even a inheritance, or some type of a mother figure. But you're looking at those investments this week because there's some type of choice aspecting, or some type of decision, that needs to be made. With the Two of Swords aspecting, there could be a stalemate or some type of truce and peace restored within your investments, or within a relationship, and it's causing you to look within and look at your investments. All of this has to do with a business or a mother figure. Okay, it's looking good that things are getting better for you as far as your happy family, or some type of I would say fulfillment coming in through this business. And this is what you're waiting for. Remember, Venus is moving over into your sector of romance, children, play, and things like that. So money is coming in even through those avenues, maybe even behind the scenes through a child, through a creative endeavor, or through a romantic partner. All of this is aspecting you this week. God bless you. And I'll see you next week. Bye now.